What is going on, you guys? It's your girl Diana, back at you with another YouTube video. So there has been a lot of talk about a ton of leaks that have come out recently about the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC, as well as us getting a possible Pokemon Presents in the next few days. Now, you guys know me, I'm not usually one to report on leaks. However, I have literally been seeing people talk about these specific leaks literally everywhere. So I figured, why not take a peek at them for myself? So let's go ahead and hop into it. Okay, the first thing that I did want to lead off with is this initial rumor that came out a couple of days ago that everybody was talking about because of this watermelon coughing or wheezing. But according to Central Leaks, a trusted leaker named Pyoro said that this rumor is fake except for some typings. So nobody started celebrating about a watermelon wheezing or coughing. However, I assume that when they're talking about the typings, they're talking about these typings here for the 3 new Pokemon that were introduced in the teal mask, which are Munkidori, Okidagi, and Pheasantipity. So according to this leak here, which supposedly these are the only thing that are correct in this leak, it says that Munkidori's type will be Poison Psychic, Pheasantipity's type will be Poison Fairy, and finally Okidagi's type is Poison Fighting, with Ogerpon's type being just pure Grass. And I know that they said that the typings are kind of like the only thing that's right in this leak, but something that I found interesting and I feel like might still be a thing, just because other people have kind of been hinting at this as well, is what it says here, where it says the Loyal 3 will transform into masks for Ogerpon to wear. The fusion forms concept is similar to Necrozma. You will gain access to the special Terra power in the Indigo Disc DLC that will allow masked Ogerpon fused with the Loyal 3 to transform into its Oni form, which has higher stats and gains the Ghost Dark typing. And what specifically intrigues me about this is not so much the part about them like fusing into one big bad Pokemon, but I think that the Terra masks are going to be a thing. Maybe they won't fuse with Ogerpon, but I think that these Terra masks are definitely a huge possibility, especially since people have been talking about these for so long, and it would make a lot of sense considering the entire DLC is called the Teal Mask. But aside from that leak being proven as fake for the most part, we did also recently get a leak that we are supposed to get a Pokemon Presents literally on August 8th, according to this data mine from Pokemon Masters EX. So it looks like there is supposedly supposed to be a Pokemon Presents in the next few days, so we might be getting some more information on the DLC, since we have been going through quite a bit of like a dry spell when it does come to new information about what we can expect for the DLC. So maybe we'll get some more information on those new typings or the Terra Mask or something. I don't know. Just give me a little something, you know? I just need some information. It's been a while, and fall is just around the corner at this point. We're already in August. Me personally, I'm already in fall. I'm over here trying to find all the Halloween decorations. So give me some information. And a little bit unrelated, but in addition to the Pokemon Presents, we also got this leak here that says that we are going to get the next gen console for the Switch in the second half of 2024. So not this year, like not anytime like soon, but that is pretty cool that we're gonna get a new console. So maybe in time for Gen 10. But going back to the Pokemon leaks for the DLC, according to Central Leaks, they literally tweeted this out an hour ago. We do have a new potential leak where it's supposedly we are getting 7 new Pokemon in the Teal Mask, 8 new in the Indigo Disc. So these are like in addition to the like DLC only Pokemon that we already saw. Like these are supposedly supposed to be new Pokemon, and 1 extra could be mythical, a new form we don't know, which is always exciting. And then they did also share this little summary of all of the leaks so far that do have a bit of merit just because they've been tweeted out by like trusted sources. So let's go ahead and take a peek at what exactly people think is going to be happening in the DLC. So starting off with what we just looked at with the 6, 7, or 8 new Pokemon in the DLC, this tweet here says, I think Pyoro said that it should be true. If not, I would assume Pyoro would reply to you after you tweet it, or maybe we can ask Pyoro X if the number of Pokemon is accurate for the Teal Mask. And according to this leaker, he did say that there should be around 7, maybe 6 or 8, still unconfirmed. So it does look like we are getting new Pokemon according to this source. In terms of the Loyal 3, so Pheasantipity, Okidagi, and Munkidori. So far, what we know is that all 3 of them are going to be poison type, but we don't know what their secondary typing is going to be yet. and supposedly they are supposed to get mass forms, kind of like that initial leak was saying. However, I think people are more inclined to believe that they are going to be individual mass forms and not like a fusion with Ogerpon. However, like it says down here, this is all still unconfirmed and is 1000% speculation. And this is something that I also saw Riddler-Ku tweet about, is that we might be getting a no mask form of Ogerpon, since he did tweet out this picture of what seems like some kind of monster that is similar in shape and size to Ogerpon. So perhaps Ogerpon will have two different forms, one with a mask and one without. And of course, depending on if he's wearing the mask or not, he will have different typings, since of course they are supposedly supposed to be Terra masks. And this is the part where it kind of gets a little iffy in my opinion. It says here, so new regional fate convergent species like Toadspool and Wiglet from purple to green and edible, which this goes back to the coughing and wheezing that supposedly look like watermelons, which according to Pyoro, everything in that other leak was basically wrong, but maybe this might actually still be true, because Riddler-Ku also tweeted out about this and said which one or none of them, which I mean, it's a possibility that none of them could get this. Obviously he said none of them, but here he shows Wheezing, Swalot, Spiritomb, and Driftblim. So perhaps we could still be getting some kind of regional variant that does look like a watermelon or some kind of edible fruit, but maybe it's just not coughing and wheezing. Maybe it'll be another one of these guys. And going back to the Loyal 3, it does look like some people do have guesses as to what the typings for the 3 new Pokemon are going to be, and that's because Riddler-Ku tweeted out this tweet as well that says, see some pattern here, an official spoiler, have you got it? And as you can see on the lanterns, there is specific types, which those types are grass, fire, water, psychic, fairy, ghost, rock, poison, and fighting. So maybe this is linked to those Terra masks that everyone's been talking about lately. Maybe depending on the mask that you choose to carry, maybe it's like a held item, you'll be able to choose your secondary typing from this set of types, which I think would be pretty cool. Very similar to like Arceus with the plates, how depending on the plate that he's holding, he's a different type. And I'm not gonna lie, this last little bit of information is the one that really made me want to make this video, because it says here, one of these Pokemon will get a new form or an evolution. And what do you see right here in the corner? An Umbreon. Could we finally be getting a new evolution? Since that is what the people have been asking for years now. But so Riddler-Ku tweeted out this tweet with the word Sato. And people have been trying to figure out what he means by Sato, but some people have interpreted it as him kind of abbreviating pasado, or past in Spanish, since of course Paldea is based in Spain. Which leads people to believe that perhaps we might be getting a new Paradox Pokemon, which if we are getting a new Paradox Pokemon and it's a Paradox evolution, I would cry. I would need to have it on my team immediately. People are also speculating about some cross-gen evolutions or even a new form. Well, I'm honestly latching on to the Umbreon because I am an evolution stan, so whether it gets a new form, a new evolution, or a Paradox form, I'm all for it. I mean, I wouldn't mind if Lycanroc or Mightyena or Weavile got alternate forms. However, the Sneasel line already has a regional form in the Hisuian version with Sneasler, so it doesn't need another one, okay? Just forget about the Weavile. Focus on the other 3, mainly the Umbreon, please and thank you. Which kind of related to that specific leak, it does look like Riddler-Ku kind of hinted that we will be getting one new past Paradox Pokemon and one new future Paradox Pokemon, but literally this is covered in question marks, so we don't have a ton of information on this. And then one of the last things that people have been talking about is that we may be getting a new mythical, like the original Centro Leaks tweet said. So this is going to supposedly happen in the Indigo Disc with Terapagos, so we might be getting the baby Terapagos that was introduced to us in the anime, and of course Terapagos. However, like I said, people do think that we might be getting a new form for Terapagos or perhaps even a new mythical Pokemon. So clearly there have been a ton of rumors swirling around the internet, and hopefully one of those, mainly the Pokemon Presents that we're supposedly supposed to get on the 8th, is true, because if we do get a Pokemon Presents, perhaps we'll see if any of these rumors are actually valid. But as usual, I would love to hear what you guys think. Do you think that any of these rumors or leaks have merit? And do you think that we're going to be getting a Pokemon Presents in the next few days? Leave your comments down below. But that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and if you did, I kindly suggest that you consider subscribing so that I can continue to make content for you guys. And if you are already subscribed and you would like another way to support the channel, feel free to check out the merch store. There is a link down below in the description that takes you to not only my merch store, but also all of my other socials so you can keep up with what I'm doing on a daily basis. But thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you to those of you who have joined the channel as members. I appreciate you all so much. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.